Hello, fellow gamers, and welcome to the Video Gamers Podcast. It's a great time to be a gamer. 2025 has been off to a fantastic start, and some of the best is yet to come. We've got some great looking games looming on the horizon and some truly hidden gems coming that you may not even know about. We've got a ton of great news to talk about today, but first, some introductions are in order. I am your host, Josh, and joining me, he's excited because Moon Knight is getting a big buff, and he might, maybe, but probably not get close to my level in Rivals. It's Ryan.
Oh, this guy that
We're
couldn't
back
handle.
to the mean ones, Ryan.
No, this guy that couldn't handle the standard keyboard at Game On Expo. I don't know what the keys are.
It was set to modern controls.
Oh man, what am I gonna do between that and Street Fighter? Man, I don't even want to hear it.
This is only because you came at me, Ryan. You came at me earlier in a private chat.
Bring it on.
Yeah.
Bring it on, brother.
It's funny because we're on the same team. You think we would both want to be like, yeah, dude, way to kill people.
That's why we do what we do. Same team, bro.
Oh, man. Oh, boy. Okay, and joining us, when he's not busy practicing for his World of Dance audition, he's practicing his Cajun accent for South of Midnight and counting down the days until Silksong's release. It's John.
Hey guys, insert bad Cajun accent here.
Oh man, yeah. Now you got to do it, John.
None of you guys are gonna do it. Come on, somebody's got to do it.
I can't.
I couldn't
do it. It's
even
a little
begin.
too close to home, guys.
Yeah,
you know, I lived with a Cajun accent for like 10 years. So
no, boy, you got to tell me that they are different. Come
That's
on
not
now,
bad, Ryan. That's not bad.
there, boy. You gotta get me that Cajun accent.
Invite me to a
That's
crawfish
pretty
boil, Ryan.
good, but I feel like you're bordering on inappropriate.
Oh boy, that's a life I live.
Invite me to a crawfish boil, Ryan.
And you want to come down to a crawfish boil, partner? We got that etouffee and yeah.
Oh yeah,
cool.
yeah. You say no more. Say no more, man.
They're done, boy. Come on
man.
down.
Gumbo, etouffee, jambalaya.
Oh, dude, Cajun food is some of the best on the planet, man.
Give me the spices. Just all the food that has just a bunch of spices. It's
like
always
ridiculous
great.
spice
Every time.
absolutely.
Yeah, every time where you're just like, you're putting that much of all of that? I'm in.
Did I mention that my wife was born and raised in Louisiana? You know,
there you go.
Exactly. So,
that's why Josh always goes, well, guys, I got to run to dinner.
Yeah, you're darn right, man.
Speaking of, we should probably not do these right before dinner.
Yeah, right.
That's
quickly derail the food.
Oh, man. Well, welcome in, everybody. This is going to be a heck of an episode. I am so excited for this one, man. We have so many amazing things to talk about. But first, we've got a new supporter to thank, you guys. I mean, listen, sometimes people hop in the Discord, they lurk for a little while, they kind of hang out for a little bit, and then they go, you know what? Okay, maybe this place isn't crazy. You know, maybe I can talk to people a little bit. And this is just one of those stories that I love so much. And then they started talking, and then it was like, boom. And now it's one of those things where I love like seeing them chiming in on games and stuff like that. And then lo and behold, we saw that they went, you know what? Let me support this show. So a huge shout out to Lucy Moon for supporting the show. We see you chatting in the Discord, Lucy Moon. Thank you. It's awesome. It is awesome to have you participating and talking video games with everybody else. And thank you for supporting this podcast.
Didn't they just have a birthday too? Like
Did
recently?
just have a birthday. Yep.
Yeah.
We remembered to say happy birthday.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
What people
this is
can't
bonus
see
video
right now,
content right here.
Yeah.
What people can't see
Check
is
the
us
video.
dancing.
Check
But
the
guess
video.
what?
Oh yeah.
We have video. We are fully video. Oh no, this is not John.
twerking.
John is twerking.
Oh, no.
Okay, this is all right. Well, listen. You can see this dancing. We are on video on Spotify. There is a video option now on every episode where you can watch the show. We are on YouTube. We are on YouTube. Every episode gets uploaded to YouTube as well. So if you want to see three middle-aged men just putting on some sweet, sweet dance moves, there's your opportunity. So also, we apologize for nothing.
Sorry.
Oh, man. And then, listen, we've been promising this for a little while, but we do have some reviews to read, so we got to get back to these. We are way behind, but honestly, to everybody that has left this show a review, thank you so much for taking the time to do that.
Yeah.
It is incredible. It helps people when they find the show to go, let me look at these reviews and see what these guys are about. And if you have seen the reviews that people leave, how do you not give us a shot and just say, okay, let me check these guys out? And there's a good chance that we're going to read your review like this one that comes in from Johnny D1441. And it's titled The Best a Video Gamer Can Find. And it says, one day while I was looking for a cool podcast to listen to, I just typed in video games in the search bar since that is one of my major interests. Am I ever glad I did that? This podcast just feels like I'm hanging out with friends who love games. Josh and Ryan, also shout out Paul, hope you're well, are just two awesome guys who genuinely care about their audience and their content. You're not going to find a podcast like this anywhere else. Please keep up the amazing work, guys. Can't wait to see how the show and amazing community will grow and continue to evolve in the future. P.S. They aren't kidding. Join the Discord. It's awesome.
Way to go, Johnny. What a guy.
Review.
What a guy.
Now, if that also tells you how far behind we are because they didn't mention John, so we might be a few months behind on the reviews, guys.
Just a little bit.
But we are catching
His
up.
name is John. He was sensing it. I
There
think.
you go. He knew. Yeah. It's like the John ESP thing going on.
There you go.
All right, Ryan, and then you've got one too, right?
I do got one, and this one is another 5-star titled Amazing Can't Recommend Enough from the Honey Badger 1234, which probably is like maybe their dog's name, and that's like a standard password for most people. Dog's name 1234. But anyways, the review reads, "This is a great podcast. The hosts are energetic and you can feel their passion. It's great getting multiple shows a week in about an hour each. I drive haul trucks for work about 60 hours a week, and I'm looking for good and fun podcasts, and I can't stress it is enough that this show has it all."
Woo.
Yeah.
Number one, thank long haul drivers.
Dude.
Y'all keep this country functioning. So
Keep
number one,
things
thank you,
rolling.
dude.
I love it.
They do not get enough credit, man. Always letting me over in traffic too, dude.
Yeah.
Like legitimately, like truckers are like, yeah, dude, go ahead. I'm not in a hurry. You can have that spot.
I would also like to know if you are if you're a trucker, if you drive the open road. I love to drive too. Every time I'm on the road, you got to do that double pump. Like, give me the
honk.
Give me the honk.
Dude.
Give me the honk. If you guys still do that, like I've had a few that don't. They just look over at me in like disgust, and I'm like, man, this is not my childhood
Just
anymore.
having a good time. man.
I've known a lot of truckers, and they get a kick out of it. The good
I
ones
think
get
so,
a kick
yeah.
out of it. Yeah.
I think
Don't
so.
let one or two bad ones ruin your fun,
Yeah.
Ryan.
Absolutely,
No,
I'm gonna
that's
always
fun,
do it
dude.
forever. I'll be 80. Come on, honk.
Oh, man. Okay, guys. And then one other thing that we've promised is, hey, we've got some quick questions. If you want to ask a question for the show, you can do that as one of the perks for signing up for the Epic status over at multiplayersquad.com. You get to ask a question that we will answer at the top of an episode, like this one that comes in from ya boy Alex. And his question is, if someone didn't have 1 million hours to put into gaming like host John does, what are the top 10 games he or she must play before they die? Now, listen, we don't have time for top 10, so we're just going to throw out a couple must-play games, maybe like 4 or 5. For me, Elden Ring, God of War 2018, Cyberpunk 2077. I'm going to say Outer Wilds just because I've had that itch and people that have played it know, and Subnautica are some must-plays for my opinion. John, what about you?
Firstly, I don't have 1 million hours. I have all of the hours,
Yeah.
infinite hours, which is a lie. Let's see. Spider-Man 2, definitely Little Nightmares 2, Super Mario Odyssey, Breath of the Wild, or Tears of the Kingdom. Those two are interchangeable, and Halo 3.
Ooh, that's a good list.
That's a solid banger of a list
Yeah.
for sure.
Ryan, what you
Thank
got?
you.
Mine too. I'm gonna go with obviously best game ever made, Red Dead 2, Last of Us, Half-Life 2. Gotta play that. Gotta check out kind of what made first-person shooters and gaming what it is. God of War, like you said, Josh, Cyberpunk, and then Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater. I think it's slept upon quite a bit. It is a really solid game for what it is in the time era it came out in.
We're getting the remake.
That's a great
sometime.
choice.
Gentlemen,
Yeah.
we're gonna
Sometime.
see. You guys are gonna find out.
Yeah, I'm excited to play that one, Ryan. You don't even have to force me on that
Yeah.
one, man, because I'm excited to check that one out. So thank you, your boy Alex, for the question. Guys, we got a ton of news to talk about, so let's get into it. I mean, I think the first one we've got to bring up, guys, because it released today. The day that people are listening to this episode, this game released. This game came out of nowhere. There are a few things in life that I love more than a game that is just taking the world by storm that nobody has heard about, because there's just some kind of like excitement that comes with that. It's like this unknown. Nothing's been spoiled yet. We kind of saw this with Schedule 1 a little bit, which we're going to talk about here in a second. But this is a game by the name of Blueprince, Prince, which I think is a play on the word blueprint. If you think about it for a second. But Blueprince is a roguelike puzzle game that came out of seemingly nowhere. I'll be honest, I knew nothing about this. We had somebody in our Discord community ask about it, and I went, I've never heard of this game before in my life. And I was doing something where I couldn't look it up. And then later that day, I went, let me see what this is about. And then all of a sudden, it's like, guys, this might be one of the best puzzle games ever made. I have seen people talking about this game saying this is up there with the likes of Portal 2, The Witness, Outer Wilds, The Return of the Obra Dinn, The Talos Principle, like some of the best puzzle games of all time. And they're throwing out Blueprince in that like pantheon, the Mount Rushmore of puzzle games. How dare you? How dare you, I say? Did you guys get a chance to watch this trailer?
Yeah, man, and it just looks like junk drawer simulator to me or something. Like I don't know. Like all I got was just a bunch of people opening doors and drawers and stuff. I don't know. Whatever.
I love how Josh is just like, yeah, I'm so freaking excited, and then John's like, yeah.
It's like I got junk at home. Why do I need to look through somebody else's junk? What is?
Yeah.
Oh man, that's great.
The cell shading is cool.
Yeah, I mean it looks cool. I'm always, man, it's hard because some of these games when they blow up like this, like Lethal Company did, everyone's like, oh my gosh, this is amazing, and we hopped on and I was like, this is amazing, you know. And then there's other games that you hop on and you're like, it just didn't really sit with me. It didn't fit right. This one,
Stardew Valley.
Yeah,
sorry,
man.
guys, got something
There
in my
you
throat
go.
right there.
But I just, it's interesting to see.
500 comments.
I am not the biggest puzzle guy. I like if I'm not going to sit down and do a puzzle. I'm not going to sit down and do these things unless I'm like competing against someone. So to me, I just feel like it's just work.
You're competing against your brain, Ryan.
Yeah, but like, okay,
I mean,
whatever.
it's not much of a challenge.
Like,
I get it.
I know it's not.
Oh.
Like, it's just too easy. Yeah, it's too easy. You know,
The man
it's just
has
like,
had a long week.
It's simple. It's simple. It's cake. It's just it's borderline elementary. My dear Watson. There's just nothing to it. But no, really, I think this does look good. I am not the biggest puzzle guy, but this one does intrigue me. And I think we may be checking it out.
Oh, we are checking it out. I've already committed.
Okay,
to
I didn't know
our
if we were
fans.
gonna.
I've already
we were
committed
gonna
to our
say,
fans. There's no turning back now.
So we are checking it out.
Yeah, yeah.
So the one thing that you guys will have to let me know that looks appealing is that it doesn't look like it's very like reflex driven. It looks very much
It's
more
not
like
at all.
Yeah, and I've been looking for a game to sort of bridge the gap between my wife's sort of like skill level and her interest level. I think she'd be interested in getting into games, but it's just like if you didn't grow up playing games for the last 20, 30 years and you don't have that reflex, there's like a barrier of entry. So it seems like something her and I could figure out how to play in tandem. You guys will have to let me know. I will be playing something else.
I will say this. The thing that really interests me is people are saying like, there are puzzles in this game. This is not like Myst where it's nothing but puzzles and you kind of bang your head against the wall. There is a roguelike element to this game where as you go through a door, you actually get presented 3 rooms that you can say, I want this door to lead to this room. And you have limited number of steps as you play the game. So every time you go through a doorway, you use steps. So you're limited in your run through this mansion. But the thing that interests me the most is people are saying the story the things that you discover about this mansion that your uncle gave to you is incredible. And as you delve deeper, there are things in this game that even the people that reviewed it said, I am not going to spoil a thing for you. I don't even want to talk about this anymore because there is some crazy stuff in this game that is like a revelation. And that is what Outer Wilds is like. The reason I'm always screaming about Outer Wilds is you discover the story by just playing the game. And at the end, you sit back and you go, oh my gosh, dude, like what just happened? And people are saying that Blueprints is like that. And that gets me very excited, dude, because that's the thing that leaves those lasting memories. I like puzzle games, but I'm not like some just puzzle game aficionado. I think there's a time and a place for them. And I definitely do get like the craving for one from time to time. But I'm not the guy that goes like, this is my favorite genre. But this game seems to be something very special so far. We're going to find out because we're picking it up, but it comes out today. So we'll see. So I am super hyped for this one. And I woke up this morning knowing nothing about this game. I love it, man.
I get it. No, I get it. And after, losing in Street Fighter, you probably want to settle down and retire, and you want to, you want to go dial back and just kind of sit in your cozy, relaxing puzzle game. So I totally get it, man. I get where you're coming from. I understand. So I support you in that.
Ryan,
I'm there.
didn't I beat you?
Yes, you did. So you are the ultimate champion. But yeah. I beat Josh. So that's all I care about at all.
I'm the biggest loser? Is that what I'm hearing?
You are the biggest loser.
Yeah.
Dang it.
I quit while I was ahead. I didn't give Josh the opportunity to complete that triangle.
Yeah, that's fair, Ryan. I deserve it, buddy.
So, I will say, there's a lot of people out there that are blowing us up right now because they thought the Minecraft movie was a good movie. So I am not in a position where I am trusting what most people say.
Oh.
You saying that the roguelite element is a foot counter, a step counter, just now makes me think it is a junk drawer simulator with somebody who has plantar fasciitis or something. It's not interesting to me. You
many
guys laugh at
steps.
me.
Too many
Too many
steps.
steps.
Yeah. You love walking, John. This is right up your alley. You get to
I
walk
know.
through a mansion.
I know. And if I started running out of breath halfway through walking through my house, I'd have a real problem.
Right,
I wouldn't be playing Blueprints.
Oh man. All right, well, listen, we have got to talk about Marvel Rivals Season 2. That releases tomorrow from this episode. We are having a community night. I know we have some listeners that are going, what do you mean, a community night? Almost every week, if not every 2 weeks, we get together as gamers and we play games together. Shocking. I know, but listen, as gamers, you know that the best part of games is playing games with your friends, having those people that you are able to just relax and have fun with, people that aren't yelling at you and screaming at you and being toxic and that kind of thing. And we do this almost weekly in our Discord server. We have had an average of over 20 people for every single one of these. It is an absolute blast. If you have not joined us, we are sending out the invite. I know the very first thing is, well, what if I'm not good or what if I don't play Rivals? That is A-okay.
Doesn't matter.
You've got to be better than John. I mean, you've got to be better
than me. Exactly. If something that's on your bucket list is beat a podcast host at a game, now's your opportunity.
Yeah. I mean, listen, we have people of all skill levels. It is just an absolute fantastic time. So we are sending out the invite to you personally to come join us. We're going to be doing it this Friday. Come join our Discord server. The link is in the episode description. And come have some fun with fellow gamers, man. That's what it's all about. All right, so let's talk about Marvel Rivals Season 2 because there are some big changes right after this break. All right, guys. Season 2 is going to be giving us a couple new characters. Now, the first one is a new Vanguard, Emma Frost. The internet's losing their minds over this. I mean, it's probably the fact that she can choke slam somebody. I'm going to say that's why people are really, really interested in playing Emma Frost.
People know what Emma Frost
She's
is.
a good Vanguard. She's got diamond skin. She's got good attack. She's a solid Vanguard. Don't make it weird.
Yeah, don't make it weird, people. Yeah, but also, that's my new main. My new main 100%. Is going to be Emma Frost.
It's mine. It's mine, Dibs.
You bailed on Psylocke for Emma Frost.
I mean, yeah.
It's
maybe.
what's new. It's what's new.
But I mean, listen, Rivals is still going strong. I know it's funny. We've talked to a lot of people that are like, dude, it looks so fun. I've just never hopped in. Come play with us. It's a fantastic game. As a guy that played Overwatch for over 1,800 hours, and I thought I will never leave this game, Marvel Rivals is the game that pulled me away from Overwatch. It is just an absolute blast. Season 2 is the perfect time to get back into this. We're getting Emma Frost halfway through the season. We're going to get Ultron?
Yeah.
Okay, now this kind of caught me off guard because Ultron is cool as anything, dude. But he's a healer? Like,
no.
Yes,
he's going to be a tanker.
He's going to be a strategist.
Right? No.
I know.
What?
I mean, I guess, he's healing people with drones and technology and he flies. So it's kind of like the first flying healer, which I think is kind of cool. There are going to be some balance changes that are coming. Listen, Marvel Rivals developers, I know you're listening to this podcast right now. You have said we are your favorite podcast. Please.
They all got laid off.
Oh, dang it. Okay, whoever's left at Marvel Rivals, and John, we're going to need you to translate this, but please nerf Spider-Man and make Jeff killable. Okay, that's the only two things I'm asking for, man.
You've been asking for that forever.
Yes, and they don't listen. They don't listen. Also, nerf the triple healer meta. Thank you very much for coming to our Marvel Rivals Season 2 request talk. Ryan, I know you're excited for this one. Moon Knight's getting a huge buff. Some characters are getting needed buffs. Some are getting nerfed. It's always a good time to kind of have a new season, new characters to play.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's all we're going to say about that. Come beat up on John. It'll make you feel good, man. It really does.
I'm just here so I don't get fined.
Yeah. He doesn't cry. He just goes, oh, you got me. And then, he just plays that on loop.
I was talking to my buddy Jeremiah about this. I'm like, man, I left so sore. I got beat so bad. And he was like, yeah, I'm not really good either. So I just listen to an audiobook. So I don't feel so bad about it. My brain is so I may be listening to a business book or something when we play this next time.
There is always somebody better than you out there. So I fully admit I get tilted when I'm playing bad or somebody is wrecking me over and over. It's just my competitive nature, but it's still a good time regardless,
Yep. If you're the best guy in the room, you're in the wrong room.
Speaking of good times, guys, let's talk about Schedule 1.
Yeah.
So, all right, for anybody that's curious, because we've been getting a lot of people asking us, that's our next episode. We are going to record the Schedule 1 deep dive. That will come out on Monday. We have been playing it. The Empire has been growing. I mean, there is a lot to talk about with this game. So if you are curious as to what Schedule 1 is all about, we are doing a deep dive on Monday. Do not miss that episode.
Freaking Keith.
Yeah. Ryan's going to talk about Keith.
Man.
Yeah, dude, Keith came to our door the other day, Ryan.
Yeah,
you
bro,
missed
Keith
it.
is unhinged. So everybody, before we do our deep dive, just watch out for Keith.
Yeah.
Unhinged.
Keith is not a guy you want hanging around your front doorstep. That's for sure. So, unfortunately, Schedule 1 is coming with a little bit of controversy, and no, it's not over the fact that you are building up a drug empire. It is over the fact that a rival developer is claiming copyright infringement against Schedule 1. The makers of Drug Dealer Simulator 1 and 2 apparently got very upset over Schedule 1's popularity and the fact that more people are playing Schedule 1 than Drug Dealer Simulator, and they have sued Schedule 1 for copyright infringement. Now, we are going to turn to our copyright expert, John, to get his thoughts. John, is this copyright infringement?
I don't believe so. I believe this is frivolous at its core. I think that you have a developer that probably is jealous of the success that this other property had and is looking to capitalize on it. It's an unfortunate part of our judiciary system where you basically can sue somebody for whatever you want. And I think this kind of thing is predatory. I think that it is there's some level of, everything is derivative of something these days. Like is every first person shooter a derivative of Wolfenstein, you know, like, or Doom or whatever? I mean, like, come on, guys. This stuff drives me nuts. Worry about making your own game good and lay off the lawsuit.
Yeah, they already had a sequel. If they did it good the first or the second time, they wouldn't have to worry about this, and there wouldn't be a Schedule 1.
We'd be talking about drug dealer simulator 3 or whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, apparently Drug Dealer Simulator is not an unpopular game. It had like 18,000 reviews, which means it sold at least 18,000 copies and probably a lot more than that. I mean, I'm with you on this one, John. I think this is simply somebody's mad because a game is more successful. You cannot say that any game that involves dealing drugs or building up a drug empire is copyright infringement. I mean, we wouldn't have video games if that was the case. Like, legitimately, if you want to be the best, then be the best. But just because a genre exists does not give you, power over that entire genre. So I'm with you. Shame on you, Drug Dealer Simulator 1 and 2 developers, for putting the solo dev for Schedule 1 through this, man.
Yeah. Like, there's two sides to every story. So obviously I'd be curious to hear their side of it. But like in these cases, unless what we're talking about is that solo dev used to be on the Drug Dealer Simulator team and took assets from that development and made their own game, I'd be like, oh yeah, there's clearly a claim there, but this just seems frivolous to me.
Yeah, there's right now 300,000 players playing Schedule 1.
There's about to be 300,002 because we're hopping on after this, right?
That's like 5 football stadiums.
Yeah, that is a lot of people.
That's for you, Santar.
All right, guys. This next story just warms my heart. It just makes me feel all warm and fuzzy inside. It's such a great story. Hollow Knight Silksong confirmed for 2025 release. We got a 3-second snippet of this during the Nintendo Direct that people astutely saw and went, wait a minute. Did that just say Silksong 2025? And then people went, did you mean to show that? Because this was also when the Nintendo Direct was kind of lagging a little bit. And they did come out and they did confirm that the game is releasing in 2025. Now, this has been a myth for, 4-5 decades now. We're finally getting Silksong, guys. We did state a while back that we were curious if this would be a launch title for the Switch 2. Doesn't look like that's going to happen, but you don't know yet. But, I am not a person that gloats over a Street Fighter victory at a convention or something like that. I just want to ask a very simple question to Ryan directly, since John, you are absolved of this one. But Ryan, do you remember who drafted Silksong in our most anticipated games of 2025 draft? By chance, do you remember?
I think the answer is you, Josh. I think you drafted Silksong.
Did I?
Yeah.
Is Silksong on my list,
yeah,
Ryan?
I think Silksong is on your list.
Goodness. Wait, okay, so I happen to come a little prepared for this episode. I am the host. I have to do my research. I just want to read my list of most anticipated games for 2025 for a second. Let's just start with Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. Quite possibly, game of the year for 2025.
Contender.
A little game called Hollow Knight Silksong that I picked up for $10 in that draft. A game that's coming up soon that looks incredible called Claire Obscura Expedition 33. What?
Never heard of it.
A little game called Monster Hunter Wilds. I don't know if people have heard of that one.
They're gonna hear a lot more soon.
The Altars, which I know we're hyped for, man.
I'm so excited for that game.
Yeah,
we're not worthy.
I'm just curious. How's that make you feel, Ryan?
I feel like you either have a 8-ball of magic, or you sold your soul to the devil, or you're just really that good, brother. Because you picked a lot of good games, man.
I did.
I will concede. Props to you.
I don't know.
2025 is your year, dude. No, there's no way. Because even GTA 5, just that
GTA
one game.
6, you mean?
Or 6.
Yep.
Is not going to take place of all those games that you have. That accumulation.
You
That's
also
too
have
good.
Doom the Dark Ages, Ryan. That's the one. That's the one
Yeah,
I'm actually
but-
really jealous of.
Man, but those two, you got a bunch, man.
I do. You're right. You're right.
Solid list.
Yeah, you're right.
See,
It's
he didn't
great.
expect me to come with
It's
kindness.
great.
He doesn't know what to do.
I don't
He
know what to
doesn't know.
do. All right, let's go on to the next story, guys.
Go back to the Street Fighter thing.
So, all right, and then look, here's a game that came out that we have talked about a few times, and I know people have asked us, "Hey, are you guys going to be covering this game?" South of Midnight. It's
Yeah.
out. It's out. John, you are pretty darn excited for South of Midnight, but
Yeah, I am excited for it. You know, my excitement level's kind of gone up and down. It's actually pretty high right now. I watched some more of the initial gameplay that was released without the review context, and I'm definitely into it at this point. I am at a point though where I'm really struggling because I'm playing Ghost of Tsushima, and I haven't had a game like this where I'm like really like I want to complete it. You know, I want 100% this game, but I feel compelled to finish up to get to South of Midnight because it's new, and a lot of people are probably waiting for our opinion on it. So I'm really conflicted, but I you know, right now me and Jin Sakai are just ransacking through the Mongols as quick as we can so I can start playing with big catfish.
So
Yeah.
So let me because we're friends here, you know, we're all friends.
We're all friends here.
Yeah. So let me get this straight. So you are rushing through quite possibly one of the best video games that has come out in a really long time in Ghost of Tsushima to dive into South of Midnight, which is by all, you know, reviews and comments from gamers.
I don't want to hear.
Like a fairly just okay game. Is that what I'm hearing?
Here's the thing. You guys know how I play. Narrative beats gameplay for me. I want to feel like I'm playing a movie and I'm sort of being guided through the story. And obviously gameplay enhances my experience, but like I like the story of it. The look, feel, and story of this seem to be very much John games. And I don't care what anyone else says. I want to play this. I want to play it as blind as possible. And if it sucks, you know what? I'll turn it off, and Jin Sakai will be waiting for me, and or maybe Arthur Morgan. Man, honestly, like this game has been making a really strong claim for me to go back to that. I was a little worried. You know, it's a generation old. I was a little worried that it was going to show its age.
Oh, no way.
No, it's such a beautiful game.
So good.
I'm so much more pumped for Ghost of Yote at this point. But yeah, I'm feeling pretty strong about South of Midnight as a little lily pad on my leapfrog to Clair Obscura.
I am actually really curious about South of Midnight, to be honest. We have said from the beginning that the gameplay looks fairly mediocre. Like, you know, the combat in the game doesn't look like it's doing anything revolutionary, but combat is still fun, man. I mean, it doesn't have to always be revolutionary. The narrative of South of Midnight, the art style, the music all seems to be top notch. I will not be playing South of Midnight because I am now just on this Blueprints hype train, and then we're going to have Clair Obscura very, very soon after that. But I am actually really curious, John, if you jump into that to hear your thoughts on it, you know, because as somebody that says, look, I don't necessarily have to have the gameplay rope me in as long as it's got a really good narrative. You know, is that presentation enough to say, dude, this game was really good, you know, at that point? And so
I'll do my own little mini deep dive. You know, I'm going to be coming off of Ghost of Tsushima, which has really rich, you know, third person action gameplay mechanics. I'm loving it. All the gimmicks, it's all samurai gimmick stuff, but I love it, dude. Every time I walk into new fort and I do my standoff, man, I get freaking jacked. Yeah. So I'll have a lower tolerance for mediocre gameplay going into something like South of Midnight. But yeah, I'll let you know. You know, if it's worth it, I'll play it. If it's not, I won't.
Yeah, that's always nice. And honestly, you did say something that I really like to reinforce is that if you are hyped for a game, and I know you've been hyped for South of Midnight, play the game, man. Don't let the internet put you off on something, you know? I mean, I think that there is absolutely something to be said for jumping into a game blindly and just saying, let me judge this game on the merits of the game itself. that doesn't always mean that it's going to work out, and it might be a mid game, at that point, but at least you got to experience it and kind of form your own opinion on that. And that's a weird thing to say, especially in an industry that is, so review heavy and people's thoughts on stuff. And I mean, we do this all the time. We give our thoughts on games and we just say, hey, this is what I think. It doesn't mean that we're saying that's what you have to think, but it's like, these are our opinions on something. We'll always give our honest opinion on it. It doesn't mean that we think that you should have the same opinion. And so this is why I'm very curious to have you play it, John, and go, dude, this game was on my radar. It's kind of off my radar, but maybe I need to put it back on my radar when I get a break in gaming that isn't Expedition 33, Blueprints, Doom the Dark Ages. That's
yeah, I will say, so like it's on Xbox Game Pass, which is like one of the best deals in gaming as far as I'm concerned. And it's like, very low risk, honestly. I'm pumped for it. If I don't like it, it just goes back into the cloud and I find my next game that I play.
But even if you don't like it, for a fact that you don't like it because you got to play it. You are not saying, well, so-and-so said they didn't like it, so I don't like it then. It's different. It's a completely different experience to say, yeah, I tried it, I don't like it, than to just go like, well, some guy said that he didn't like it, so I'm not ever going to even give it a shot at that point. So, all right, one last story, guys. We're running a little bit long here, but we've got to talk about this very quickly because we want to put this on people's radar as well. Bungie. Oh, my goodness. Now, there's a name. There's a name. The makers of Destiny and Halo are finally about to show off the game that they have been working on for, it seems like, 10 years now. They are going to be showing off marathon gameplay on April 12th. During a live stream where they are going to show off Marathon and what this game is all about. I'm nervous. I'm excited because it's like, dude, how do you have the pedigree of Halo and Destiny. If there's anybody in the world that knows how to make an engaging shooter, it's gotta be Bungie, right? But I'm a little nervous. Please let this be really good looking.
Well, no, that's the thing. Is it will be good looking.
It will be gorgeous.
Will be absolutely mind blowing how good it looks, and it will be crisp and clean. And that's one of the biggest things with these Bungie games, and this is what I fell in love with Destiny. I got thousands of hours, more than I ever care to admit, in Destiny, and it is one of the most crisp and clean shooters that have ever existed. But there's something fell off in the last few years that it's just not what Bungie has kind of held that standard to, and it's not what it used to be. And I am concerned, but I'm excited to see what, they could do, what maybe they, will make happen. I don't like the fact that they're like, hey, we're going to show off gameplay, and they just make an announcement about the announcement type thing.
It's the whole we're announcing and announcing.
And it's like, come on, man, just drop some gameplay, put it on the people and be like, yo, this is what we got. Boom. And then show them. But, who knows? Maybe it'll be good. I sure hope so, man. Cause I
sure hope so.
Dude, I used to play, I would raid every Tuesday night. I would grind out. I played so much Destiny because it was just so dang good. And I'm looking for a shooter that has that same, addictability. It just draws you in and you want to play. You want to go back to it every single day. And I haven't had that. So, I hope that this is the case. Otherwise, I'll just keep playing Rivals with you.
Yeah.
I have faith. I'm a little soft for Bungie right now because they were on the show and they were super awesome to talk to. But I'm confident it's going to be a solid game. I hope that there is a single player campaign and that this isn't an online only sort of situation, because that's definitely more my wheelhouse. But I have faith. I think it's going to be good.
I think I know, my thought is Bungie knows what they're doing for sure. I am a little concerned over just the fatigue of first person shooters and battle royales and, PvP type games. I mean, we saw the failure of what was Shroud's shooter that he had that came out. I don't even remember, but it failed. It lasted like 2 months. It looked like it was going to be okay. We've seen like Fragpunk. Like there's these games that we hear people talking favorably about, but then they just fade away because they don't get enough traction, So yeah, I am nervous for this, but I am also really excited to see what they've got and to see what they've been working on for so long. So,
yeah, guys, there is actually one other thing that I wanted to talk about because I feel like we have kind of like a responsibility to do it, and it's a little sensitive. So I want to make sure that we're talking about the impact and not sort of the political side of it. But Nintendo just discussed the fact that their pre-orders may be getting pushed back as they are assessing the impact of the tariffs that have been levied against them. Japan has a 49% tariff right now that has been proposed against any product coming in from that country. And I think that there are pretty major implications there. We already saw some price bloat that the gaming community is concerned about, with the Switch 2 going up to $450, and we're talking $80 or $90 a game. Certainly, if they prove that that's solvent, everybody else will toe that line too. And this increases a level of uncertainty by quite a bit. I'm wondering if you guys have any thoughts on that.
Just for people that are like, wait, we're not talking the politics behind this. We are talking the effect on the game industry. So anybody that might be going like, no, we're not, we don't get political on the show. We keep it to gaming. And this is a topic on gaming. I think Nintendo's crawfishing a little bit, dude. I think the Nintendo Direct did not go exactly like they wanted it to go. I think Nintendo was not stupid. I think they heard the outrage over the cost of the games and the cost of the Switch 2. And I think that they tactfully went, maybe we shouldn't open up these pre-sales yet until we actually have a little bit of a conversation about our pricing structure and all this stuff. Now, will tariffs affect the pricing? Yes, absolutely. But I think this is Nintendo using the tariffs as a way to go, ooh, this did not go like we thought it was going to go, man. Gamers are kind of ticked right now. Like even people that want a Switch 2 are a little peeved about the price and the price of the games. And John, you said it. If Nintendo gets away with charging $80 and $90 a game, every game developer in the world will follow suit, dude. This is not a light topic. This is not a light decision. If Nintendo can do it, everybody is going to do it. I mean, plain and simple. So are we ready as a planet of gamers to have games cost us $80 and $90? Because if Nintendo charges it and they can do it, everybody else will follow suit. I don't think that them delaying the pre-orders is necessarily about the tariffs. Again, yes, the tariffs will affect the price of it, but I think Nintendo's smarter than just that, and I think they're using this to kind of reassess things. The other thing that I'll say is this is also very much, we're already hearing this, is going, well, digital copies of games won't be affected by a tariff because they're digital. They don't have to get shipped. But a manufacturer or a company or a developer like Nintendo that no longer has to worry about the resale market that's costing them probably billions of dollars is probably A-okay with everybody in the world just buying a digital copy of a game that they can't turn around and sell on Facebook Marketplace to somebody. I don't know, man. I mean, I don't know if that's a little conspiracy theory or what, but that's my thoughts on what Nintendo's doing, dude.
So I think that ultimately markets settle themselves out. Like the customer base will decide whether or not they want to pay this kind of money. I think that what this is going to ultimately do is push games more towards like a subscription model, like we saw with the fall of Blockbuster and Hollywood Video and stuff. Are you playing? No.
I love Blockbuster. It's the subscription model. You don't own anything, guys. You don't own these games. You just, you lease the ability to play them. I don't like that idea. Even though I mean, we just said Game Pass is great. Yeah. It lets me play all these games for super cheap, but it's like, I still want the option to just say, this is my game and I can play it when my internet is out and I got something to do.
Yeah, that's true. I hear you. I mean, I guess as long as they are subscription based and I have some ability to play it offline too, because that's the majority of my gaming there. But anyway, market's correct. This will all set. My opinion is this is all going to settle out, and it will ultimately settle out for the good of the consumer. There are games that are getting produced right now. South of Midnight was released at a price tag of $39.99, or you can just play it with your Game Pass. Games can be produced economically. Good, big games can be produced economically. This will sort itself out.
Yeah.
I'm
an optimist. I believe that. I think things are going to work out the way that they work out, and things need to get. You got to shake things up occasionally, or everybody just gets complacent, and then we start having Far Cry 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and Assassin's Creed, Mirage, Valhalla, Odyssey, Shadows. Sorry, Ubisoft.
Oh my gosh.
That's a dig at Ubisoft again. I can't help myself, man.
You just can't.
Dude.
It's Ubisoft. He's like, it's an itch. He can't scratch. He's like, Ubisoft.
I went a really long time.
On our last Twig, we had a little commentary about Ubisoft and the success of Assassin's Creed Shadows breaking 3 million players. In that same news release, Ubisoft committed to releasing 10 more Assassin's Creed games in the next 5 years. That's
what?
2 Assassin's Creed games per year for the next 5 years. So they're not all going to be like big, broad multi-console or multi-platform releases. Some are like, there's like a mobile game that's being released or whatever, first-party mobile game. But still, guys, come on, man. Fewer, better games, please.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, quality, not quantity, please.
I don't know, man. My kids think McDonald's is the greatest thing ever. So
yeah, I guess
sometimes you just mass produce.
If it makes dollars, it makes sense,
right?
brother.
Yeah, I don't know. All right, listen, that's going to do it for this episode. I mean, oh my goodness, guys, we are swimming in good games right now.
Yeah.
With some incredible looking games coming up on the horizon. It's a good time to be a gamer. That's all I got to say, man. Listen, thank you to Lucy Moon once again for supporting the show. If you want to help this podcast continue to reach everybody in the world, you can help that happen by heading over to multiplayersquad.com and signing up. We'll give you a shout out on the show. You get some awesome perks in our Discord server. Come join us for our community night this Friday. I mean, that's April 11th in case you're listening, beforehand. If you missed it, chances are we're having another one because we try to do these every week or every 2 weeks. But this is really an awesome time, man. It is way more enjoyable than you are thinking right now. Everybody has such a blast. So if you haven't done so, make sure you follow the podcast, hit that plus button, that follow button in your podcast app. And as a reminder, we are on video, people. So
yes,
watch our show. Check out our dancing at the top of this episode. Let us know. Oh, man. Yeah, you can watch us on YouTube as well, but we are fully video from now into the future. So if you haven't been watching, you are missing out on that as well. So that's it for this one, everybody. Until next time, happy gaming.
Toodles.
See ya.